now, IKTV is pleased to introduce a brand new segment, Around the World.
Summer heat in India brings people outdoors, fetching water and going to the local market to buy food. It's a daily routine for people who can't afford refrigerators to store water and to keep food from spoiling.
The milk used to go bad, the vegetables did not stay fresh, and we did not get cold water. And this was very troublesome for us.
For Mrs. Kailash and a third of India's population who live below the poverty line, buying a refrigerator is a luxury. Paying the electric bill, impossible. Entrepreneur Mansukh Prajapati is trying to change that. For years, he made clay pots that kept water cool. But during a 2001 earthquake in his home state of Gujarat, 90% of his clay pots that were ready for sale ended up as rubble.
A local press reporter wrote that the poor man's fridge has gotten destroyed. It was then that it struck me that a clay pot is a poor man's fridge. Why not actually make a fridge out of clay and fulfill their dream?
It took Prajapati 4 years to figure out the science and design to his poor man's fridge. Most importantly, it had to be cheap, so no shiny plastic or complicated wiring.
I made a refrigerator out of clay which works without electricity. It does not require any gas or air that will pollute the environment.
It starts with a simple mixture of dirt and water that's churned until it's smooth. That liquid is then poured into large outdoor pools and left to separate. After the raw clay dries, the pieces go through several mixing processes. Prajapati and his employees use their own hands to mold the clay into the shape of a fridge, even using their nails for the finer details. After the mud fridge is baked, Prajapati screws in the hinges and fits the door. He calls it the Mitti Kool. Mitti in Hindi means mud. The top compartment holds the cold water, which in turn cools the entire refrigerator. The Mitti Kool costs only $52. It was worth the investment for Mrs. Kailash. She's had one for the past 2 years.
Now, life is good. Vegetables stay fresh for 6 to 8 days, and milk stays fresh for 2 days.
Prajapati says the Mitti Kool has exceeded his expectations.
I had a dream to make this fridge accessible to the poorest of the poor. When people saw my product on TV, they got to know that there is a fridge made out of clay, which does not require maintenance, does not need electricity to function, and is eco-friendly. Since then, we have been selling this fridge to everybody, whether rich or poor. They buy it and appreciate it.
So appreciated that even the President of India recognized Prajapati. But his innovation hasn't stopped with the Mitti Kool. He says he's always thinking of new ways to improve lives like this one simple thing already has. Malika Kapoor, CNN, Mumbai.
And now let's take a look at the weather with Al Archer.
Late today, while our weather has been beautifully quiet and dry here in St. Vincent, the Grenadines, and up and down just about the entire island chain. In contrast, we have Hurricane Paula located now stuck in the vicinity of the Yucatan Channel that is located about halfway between the western tip of Cuba and Cancun, Mexico, and, well, once again, expected to remain relatively strong. Now, forecast models are suggesting that Paula is likely to meander around the northwest corner of the Caribbean, and I would say probably through at least Saturday, if not Sunday as well. Ultimately down the road, however, Paula is likely to turn to the west-northwest, move inland over the northeastern coast of the Yucatan of Mexico, right near Cancun and Cozumel, on Sunday night, early Monday, and then it just kind of fizzles out over the Yucatan of Mexico by next Tuesday morning. Of course, no impact on us. Other than that, though, in the tropics, nothing really else much going on. We have a high-pressure system over the northeastern Atlantic, which is driving our light easterly trade winds. Widely scattered rain showers will periodically develop. So kind of what we've seen here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines the last few days stays with us for the next 7 days. Partly cloudy skies along with no more than a 20% chance of a widely scattered shower developing in and out of the east. Anytime day or night, temperatures at night dropping off to about 79 Fahrenheit, 26 Celsius. The highs are at 89 Fahrenheit, 30 32 Celsius. And check this marine forecast out. Wow, it looks great. Winds will be coming in now pretty much out of the east at 10 to 15 knots through Sunday. Seas at 1.5 meters northeast swells through Saturday, 1 to slightly more than 1 meter on Saturday and Sunday. Now let's take a look at tides here in Kingstown. We're starting out first of all for tonight with a low at 6:08, a high in the morning at 12:03, a low Thursday morning 4:39, and a high Thursday morning at 10:48. I'm meteorologist Alan Archer here on IKTV. It's all about you.
Sports is up next.